This weekend, you're having a few friends and family round for the afternoon. You want to have a few drinks, but you don't want to spend a fortune. Well, in this new series of videos, I have got you covered. Each week, I'm going to take £25 to a local supermarket, buy some random stuff, and then come into the studio and knock up some awesome cocktail inspiration to help you out and give you some great ideas. Now, where I live, I'm lucky enough to be surrounded by most of the big supermarkets. The only one I haven't got is Lidl. So in the comments below, let me know what your go-to supermarket is, and then let me know what your go-to bottle of booze is as well. What do you want inspiration for? Bearing in mind, I've only got £25 to spare, so that really posh bottle of Grey Goose or posh gin, that ain't gonna work. So for the very first week to start us off, I went to Tesco's. I took my £25 to Tesco's. I spent £24.79. So I had 21 pence change. This is what I bought. Now, started off, I went straight for Bacardi Spiced. It's kind of like a spiced rum. This was actually £13. It was on offer. It was normally £15, so down to £13. I've got some tropical juice. It's kind of like apple, passion fruit, pineapple. What else have we got in there? Mango. And orange juice, so that should be kind of cool. I've got some fake Sprite, Tesco's own fake Sprite, essentially 50p for 2 litres, bargain. I've got some Canada Dry Ginger Ale, Schweppes Ginger Ale. This is kind of an oddball one. I went for Bottle Green's Bramble, which is obviously like blackberry kind of syrup. Bear in mind, we haven't got a sugar syrup, so that's kind of going to be a sweetener in a couple of cocktails. I've got some kiwis, because what you might not know is that kiwi goes quite well with like spiced rums. I've got some fresh limes, I've got some oranges, and I've got some mint. Now, the whole point of this is I'm actually going to give you 4 different recipes here that you will have enough stuff here to batch up in a couple of jugs maybe, or make a few of each cocktail, but that's what we're going to go for. So for the first cocktail, I'm going to make you a spiced Bramble. The ingredients I'm going to use is the Bacardi Spiced. So it's going to be the first one. Very simple, this one. Brambles, obviously gin, lemon and sugar. So what I'm going to do the spiced rum, Bacardi Spiced. I'm going to do a fresh lime, and I'm going to use the Bramble syrup in there. And we're going to make it in a shaker, shake it up, and then pour it into kind of a rocks glass. So first off, we want the juice of 1 lime. So I'm just going to chop that in half. And then I've got a Mexican elbow here. I'm just going to squeeze all of that into my cocktail shaker. Then next up, I'm going to do a double bubble of this Bacardi Spiced Rum. So 50ml double bubble. Then I'm going to do a 25ml of this Bottle Green Bramble cordial. Cordials are effectively syrups, of course they are. That's all they really are. So these are great. Oh, the smell, I love this. So I'm going to do 25ml of the Bramble syrup. So I'm now just going to top that up with ice, and then we're going to shake down, good, hard, fast shake. Now, as always, you can just do a shake and dump. I'm going to pour that into a rocks glass. You can use that same ice if you want to, but I'm just going to make this look a little bit better. So I'm just going to single strain that out, and then top it up with crushed ice. And then to garnish, obviously I haven't got any blackberries. That didn't fit into the budget. You could go mint, but obviously we've got the spent limes. So I'm just going to do a little lime husk. That is gorgeous. The spiced rum, I love spiced rum anyway, but the blackberry notes from that cordial really come through. Really good, summer refreshing, simple, so easy. Now for your second cocktail, I'm going to do a tropical spiced mojito. This one's going to get made up straight in the glass. Ingredients wise, obviously we're going for the spiced rum again. This is where the tropical juice is going to come into play. I'm going to use another lime. I'm going to use the mint. Now we've not got any sugar. I didn't buy any sugar. Chances are you've probably got some sugar at home, so you can make some sugar syrup if you wanted to. But instead of soda water, I've got Tesco's fake Sprite, the lemon lime sort of lemonade. So it has got that bit of sweetness to it. So that'll work really well. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to get my chopping board, and I'm going to take 1 lime, turn it into 6 wedges, and then pop all 6 wedges into our glass. Now we haven't got any sugar to kind of sort of muddle that down with. So I'm just going to go straight away. I'm just going to muddle those limes just to get all the juice out, nice juice. Then once you've got all the juice out of the limes, we're going to do a double bubble of our spiced Bacardi Spiced. Then I'm going to go for the tropical juice. Remember to give it a good shake. And this will add a bit of sweetness as well. So again, as I say, we haven't got sugar, so we're getting a bit of tropical sort of juice sweetness for this. I'm going for a 50ml double bubble here. You can add a bit more if you want to. And then just gonna find a decent sprig of mint. And I want about 8 to 10 mint leaves. There we go. That one looks perfect, let's use that. So 8 to 10 mint leaves. My trick, never ever muddle the mint. Just pick the mint off the stalk. Get rid of the stalk. Mint in the palm of your hands. We all know this little trick by now. What do? We spank the mint. So smell it. It's lovely and minty already. Give it a spank. And it just awakes all those aromas. That's all you need to do. So pop the mint into the glass. And then I'm just gonna go for my lemon and lime fake Sprite. Let's call it fake Sprite, that's what it is. And again, up to you. I'm probably going for about 100ml. 2 litre bottles or a painter pour from. But they're so cheap, like 40p, 50p. I think that's what it was, bargain. Right, so 1, there we go, 2, 100ml. Now I'm just gonna top up with a bit of crushed ice or normal ice if you haven't got crushed ice at home. Take a long bar spoon, give it a good old churn, bring all the limes and the mint to the top. Top out with a bit more crushed ice and then garnish it. I've got another sprig of mint now. If you want to save the mint, I've got the other half of the lime as well from the first cocktail. I love my mojitos. It hasn't got that initial kind of sugar. So if you've got some sugar at home, then by all means add a little touch of sugar. But for a lot of you, the sweetness coming from the fruitiness coming from the juice and the Sprite, that should work a treat. This is really, really good. It's gonna be cracking. Make that up in a jug as well. You can jug that up and just give it to your guests. Now for the third cocktail, this is where the kiwi is gonna come out to play. And I'm gonna do a spiced Kiwi Mule for you. So just while I'm prepping this, I'll talk you through the ingredients. I'm gonna use my spiced rum. Now traditionally, you might have a little bit of sugar in this as well, but obviously I haven't got any sugar, so if you want to add a bit of sugar, that's fine. But I'm just going to use a kiwi, my spiced rum, and some ginger ale and a bit of lime. So there we go. I'm only going to use half the kiwi for this, so I've got 2 kiwis. They were only 30p, so you could get a few, you could swap out a kiwi for an orange or something like that if you're going to spend the 25 quid. This glass is an Alicia highball. It's another one I've just grabbed off the shelves from the showroom. So I'm just going to put all those cubes of kiwi in the glass. And I've just also taken a lime, I've halved it, and I've just got 3 wedges out of it. I'm going to use 2 wedges of lime. And then just going to take my muddler and I'm just going to puree down the kiwi. So we've got like a kiwi and lime puree. Now, if you don't like bits in your drink, make this in a cocktail shaker and then you can strain it out if you want. But I'm just going to make this straight in a glass. So we're going for a 50ml double bubble of our Bacardi Spiced. And then just going to add a few cubes of ice. And then I'm just going to very gently top up with our ginger ale. Now, I say very gently. It's not as feisty. If you're new to ginger ale, you shouldn't be, but if you're new to ginger ale, it's not as feisty as ginger beer, but it's a lot more fizzy. Just think of it as a slightly gingery kind of lemonade or soda. And it will fizz up, froth up quite a bit. So, see, look at that, look. Just going to pour that very slowly over the top. Take it to about 2/3 because then we're going to give it a stir. We're going to stir the kiwi and the lime through the cocktail. And if you fill it up, you're just going to spill it. So now it's up to you now. You could either top it up with more ginger ale. Try it. If it's perfect for you, I'm just going to top it up with another cube of ice. And I've got a lime wedge left over there, and that's just your garnish. I don't know what it is, but kiwi with spiced rum and ginger just really works a treat. And I'll tell you what as well, vodka with kiwi, so like a Moscow Mule with kiwi is brilliant as well. I love it. If I was allowed to, I've got some Angostura bitters here that I've got at home as well. I would add some Angostura bitters, but as that's not in a £25 budget, I'm not going to use it, but that is delicious. Now for the fourth cocktail, I'm going to show you how to make a spiced tropical punch. This is definitely one that you could put in a jug, into a fish bowl, into a big vat, it's whatever you fancy. I'm just going to chop up some limes while I'm doing that. So I'm just going to use half a lime, 3 wedges of lime. I'm going to use my Bacardi Spiced. I'm going to use the tropical juice. I'm going to use the Bramble syrup. I'm going to use a bit of the orange, and I'm going to use the fake Sprite. So as I'm just making one, I'm going to make it into a cocktail shaker. So I'm just going to squeeze the 3 wedges of lime into the cocktail. So that's our sour element of our punch. Our sweet element is going in the form of the Bramble, this bottle green Bramble syrup. So I'll go for 25ml of that. So this is our sweet. So we've got sour and sweet. Then the strong is obviously coming from the spiced rum. So 50ml double bubble of your spiced Bacardi Spiced. And then my week is coming in 3 different parts. So first off, while I've got it there, I've got my tropical juice. So I'm gonna do a 50ml double bubble of my tropical juice. The next part of my juice is going to be an orange. Now, this would be a brilliant one. If you are doing a jug of this, you could just kind of wedge this up and just put the orange straight into the jug because the orange will infuse. I have got, this is the only problem with these kind of strainers, they don't kind of fit like that. So I'm just going to squeeze the juice of half an orange into my cocktail. And obviously, if you use the fresh orange, if you use chunks or slices of orange, in your cocktail is going to make it look pretty. That's the garnish straight away. So obviously I'm going to use Sprite as well, but we don't shake anything fizzy because we'll get wet. So fill up your cocktail shaker with ice, give it a proper hard fast shake. And of course you don't need to do that if you are batching this up in a jug. And then I'm just going to do a shake and dump into my tiki glass, and then I'm going to top up with Sprite in a second. So add as much Sprite as you want. You don't want to water it down too much, but probably another 50 to 100 ml Sprite. Then just add a bit more ice. That is just magical. Imagine that in a jug. Just all of you sitting out in your back garden. It's just a fun punch. You're sour, you're sweet, you're strong and you're weak. Again, if that was me, I would use a bit of bitters, a dash of spice to make it nice, but it's not in the budget. Honestly, that is cracking. So there we have 4 fun, completely different drinks you can make with a £25 haul from Tesco's with Bacardi Spiced. Let me know in the comments which one is your favourite as well. They're all so delicious. As always, if you like the stuff, give us a big old thumbs up. And if you don't want to miss any of our future content, then make sure you subscribe to the channel.